Hey guys, welcome back to Real Adventures with Rich. Hey, today, me and Frosty, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be looking back at our favorite videos from 2025. So grab your snack, get your drink of choice, come along with us. Now, one of the first videos I want to look back on is the very first video that I did, which was Real Adventures with Rich, was Start Your Adventure. So I want to look back at some of those clips because I had a lot of fun putting that first one together. So let's take a look at that. Now for kayak fishing, I'm going to be looking for what I consider to be kayak friendly lakes. These are lakes where you don't have to worry about getting ran over by a ski boat or some guy in a six-figure bass boat kicking up wakes big enough to sink the Titanic. Kind of like this. Slow down, I'm trying to fish here. Come on. Wow. And we're not going to go back there. Now for hiking, I'll be honest with you. I'm relatively new to hiking, and odds are I'm probably going to get lost a lot like this. I came in from that direction, or did I come in from that way? But I swear I just went that way. Somebody help me, please. As I begin to explore lakes and trails a little further from home, that's where camping is going to come into play. Now, if my wife has anything to do with it, my camping is probably going to be a lot more like glamping, kind of like this. Honey, the hot tub's about ready. Would you like for me to pour you another glass of wine? But you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. I'm not going to mess with that. And then finally, I want to look for some creative ways to share God's word along the way. Maybe something along the lines like this. Just like this stream finds its path through the wilderness, Proverbs 21:1 reminds us that even the hearts of kings, those who lead nations, are in God's hands. He's guiding the course of history, just like he guides this stream and our steps. I had a lot of fun putting that one together. And probably the funnest scene from that one was when I got splashed sitting in the kayak. My son loved that one because that took a couple of takes to get that one right. So he loved taking that bucket of water and soaking me with that. So a lot of fun there. So moving on, I want to look at my favorite kayak friendly lake for 2025. Now I fished 9 different places, and the place that comes in number 1 for me would have to be Veterans Lake in Sulphur, Oklahoma. Now, on that trip, we actually stayed at an Airbnb in Davis, Oklahoma. But man, there's so much to do down there in Sulphur. There's the Chickasaw National Recreation Area. It's beautiful, beautiful, and it's just right down the road from the Veterans Lake. But Veterans Lake has an awesome path that goes around the lake. The water is super clear, and it was just an incredible time. Now, I didn't catch any fish, but I will definitely be going back to Veterans Lake. Moving on now to fishing tips, which I don't do a lot of mainly because I don't know what I'm doing. But when I do learn something along the way, I like to share it. And one of the fun things that I did in 2025 was I did an underwater Cinco showdown, and I took about 8 different plastic worms, and I just wanted to do some underwater filming and show the fall rate and action of these different Cincos. So let's check it out. My number 1 Cinco in this challenge was the Yamamoto, which is the one that I use the most. But I plan on doing another video in 2026. I've got about six more different Cincos that I want to check out. And then I'm going to take the winner of that and I'm going to bump it up against the Yamamoto. And we're going to see who comes out ahead. So stay tuned for Underwater Cinco Showdown #2. And then the championship. All right, guys, so now we're moving on to our favorite trail of 2025. And that would have to be Adams Canyon Lower Waterfall Trail in Layton, Utah. And that was just an awesome trip that my wife and I took as we went to visit my daughter and son-in-law and our grandsons, Oakland and Benjamin. So while they were all sleeping, they were sleeping in one morning, I got up early and headed out to this Adams Canyon Lower Waterfall Trail. So check it out with me. So today I'm at Adams Canyon and I'm going to do the Lower Waterfall Trail. So hopefully this will be a little easier than the one I did the other day. So let's get started and see you at the waterfall, hopefully. So that was an awesome trail. There was nobody there, as you can see, at that waterfall, and I just had it all to myself. It was just a special moment, a special time. So we'll definitely be going back to Utah and filming some more trails, and hopefully I want to try to go do the upper waterfall canyon trail in 2026. So stay tuned for that as it will be coming soon, hopefully. All right, guys, now we're moving on to our favorite reflection video of 2025, and that would have to be the one that I did about a month ago, and that was Where Do You Keep Your Treasure? And that is a reflection on Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 through 21. It's about what really matters. And in that video, I share a personal story about my life and how God used a time in my life to show me what really matters. So I hope you get a chance to check it out because it it's really important to me, and it kind of tells you basically who I am. So check it out. Let me ask you a question. Where do you keep your treasure? I wonder if they make one big enough to put my kayak in. Lately, Frosty and I have been going through the New Testament, and every once in a while I'll come across a verse or a concept that just gets stuck in my head, just like a song, and it just keeps playing over and over again. And when that happens, I feel like that is when God is telling me I need to share that with others. And one of those verses that has been stuck in my head lately is found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. And that is where Jesus says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. That's not just talking about money or things. It's talking about what really holds our heart. All right, guys, and finally, I want to share a video about why I started YouTube, kind of give you an idea of why I'm doing all this. And that's the video about why I started YouTube. And it's called A Legacy Worth Leaving. And in that video, I just kind of share, uh, like I said, why I started it. And my channel is not about, it's not about uh, monetization. It's not about sponsorship. It's about leaving a legacy behind for my kids, for my grandkids, for my great grandkids that will probably I'll never get to meet. But hopefully these videos will stick around long enough for them to get an idea of who I was, who I am, and maybe just to give them a little bit more than just those pictures that I shared in this video from grandfathers, great grandfathers of gentlemen that I never had the opportunity to meet. Never got to hear their voice. I never got to know what their personalities were like. But through this, through YouTube, and just kind of the opportunity to leave a legacy behind, this gives me that opportunity. So check it out. And today's video probably falls more along the lines of my Real Reflections series, but I want to give you some background into Real Adventures today. I've been doing YouTube now for a couple of months. I've got about 15 videos out there. And, you know, when I started this journey, my family and some friends, they asked questions like, what are you doing? What's this all about? And it's the usual questions. You know, do you think you're going to make money on YouTube? Do you think you'll get sponsors? Do you think you'll find fame and fortune on the YouTube platform? No, seriously, I mean, I would love for anything for the channel to grow. I would love for it to make money someday. But, you know, I'm being realistic. I mean, I don't know about the odds of that ever really happening. And I would love to have a sponsor. I would love to promote a product or service that I believe in. But, you know, that's not really the reason behind why I'm doing this. Now, I know a lot of YouTube creators, you know, they're looking for their next video to go viral. You know, I'm doing this for something much deeper. I'm just looking for that next kayak friendly lake, that next trail, that next Bible story that speaks to my heart that I want to share with my family and friends. And if I get 35 views, dude, that's viral to me, because that means all my family and friends saw my video. So the reason behind all this is much deeper than that. I'm trying to build a video legacy on YouTube. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it. We're going to call that a wrap here for 2025. And we're looking forward to 2026. And I want to thank all you guys that came along with me in 2025. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I wish you'd do so, man. Come along with me. I'm going to do some stuff. Hopefully we're going to throw some camping in to 2026, and maybe some special drone footage. Who knows? You know, I got a drone. I got to figure out how to use it. So 2026 is going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you come along with us. So until next time, guys, I wish you calm waters, safe trails, and may God bless you and your family. Thank you. All right, Friday. I think that's it. We're done.